Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to do my final recap of the night. Sorry if I have any Warriors fans watching this. Sorry I'm doing this late. I was watching the World Series, the Dodgers. Watching my Dodgers playing the World Series. I got everything else done. And I would wait to do the Warriors after getting a recap of the World Series. Sorry it's took so long. But yeah, the Warriors beat the Memphis Grizzlies. Watch this game, obviously. They won 131. 118, and a really impressive performance by the young guys. You know, the guys we talked about in the second timeline with the Warriors. Guys that wanted to perform, like Kuminga, Moses Moody, Brandon Pajemski, and I thought they were good tonight. The Warriors defense really struggled in the first quarter, but I thought the Warriors defense played pretty good after that. First quarter struggle, but they really got it together in the second quarter. And I know the Memphis Grizzlies have injuries like Zach Edey, guys like that, but still a really good win for the Warriors. Played a really perfect game, I felt like, besides a few turnovers to let the Grizzlies back in it after they built a really good start. But the leading scorer tonight was actually Jonathan Kuminga. 25 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists by Jonathan Kuminga. The top scorers were Kuminga, Pods, Moody, Butler, and Curry. For the first time ever, the two timeline players collectively outscored the right now players. Most importantly, the Warriors come up with a convincing win. It's probably not the first time, but I'm probably exaggerating a little bit. But it's definitely a great sign, you know, where you have Pod scoring 23. And it's not just him forcing shots. You know, I kind of want him to add that floater, and he made some of those floaters tonight, which was really good to see out of Pajemski. But yeah, I want to talk about Kuminga, man. 25 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 9 of 14 from the field, and his 32 minutes, a plus 15. Maybe he did get confidence from that Minnesota series where he was kind of really the main guy offensively outside of Jimmy Butler. So, great double-double from Kuminga tonight. You know, 9 of 14 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. And the important thing is he's getting rebounds. Like, last year, throughout his career, he hasn't really been getting a lot of rebounds. But he's been doing that better. His passing's got better. You know, he's been more efficient to start this year. And he also 7 of 8 from the free throw line, which I've kind of criticized as well. He hasn't shot free throw well. So he was 7 of 8 tonight. And maybe I may have to apologize for Jonathan Kuminga saying we should trade him. And him hooping, if he's going to hoop like this, it could be a weird situation where we might not trade him. He came through in that clutch stretch. He needed them. Steph already came off the floor, and they cut it to 14. He was valuable in the clutch time. So I feel like he's got more IQ, and he's being a winning player this year on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm glad that so far we haven't traded him. But he really contributed. I'm assuming I feel like he's kind of maybe bought in, hopefully, playing through Curry. Now he's finding his offense too, which is good to see. Because, man, the reason I've been so hard on him is because I feel like he has potential. He just hasn't showed it yet. But he's really played well these first 4 games of the season. And he played good in the third quarter, and I feel like the third quarter is kind of becoming a Kuminga's quarter, because he did that against the Lakers, and he did it tonight as well. But give credit to these young guys, and Pajemski actually had 5 3-pointers tonight. Pajemski, 23 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 3-pointers, a plus 17. Moody, his second game back, he had 20 points, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 5 3-pointers. So the young guys really showed out, and we needed it from these guys. You know, Butler had 20, Curry had 16. He didn't take many shots. But yeah, Pod's huge credit to J.K. He's just dedicated to doing those little things to his best ever. And Moody hitting more threes. And I know Moody put some weight on it. Being more physical hopefully takes his game to the next level. But yeah, I want to see them manage a few wins, like when the veterans raced. I would like to see that, but tonight I gotta give them their credit, dude. The young guys showed out when they needed them. Like, you got 20 plus from Pods, Moody, and Kuminga. You know, like some other things I'd like to point out here. There were seen some wonky lineups tonight, but with Pods, Moody, and Kuminga all playing well, lots of stuff have worked better than it normally does. Kerr will never get away from the wild stuff, but also made very good adjustments. We've seen so many combos so far, I've lost count. I thought the lineup to start the fourth of Pods, Moody, Jimmy, Santos, or Draymond was a good lineup, but Dre got in foul trouble. Then the lineup of Steph, Buddy, Richards, Kuminga, and Post was a bad defensive lineup. Against teams with a better bench with more imposing size, it could get exposed. But they did try stuff tonight. And it worked because the young guys were scoring and playing better tonight. All three of them with 20 plus points. But Moses Moody injected some crazy life in the third quarter on both ends of the floor. Like, it's kind of new. Let's see if he can keep up this kind of play off the bench, because he had, 15 or so in the third quarter. And he also had a steal, 2 blocks. I feel like he's a very good player when healthy. I just hope he can keep it consistent. Because I think Moody can be a good player off the bench, like a 3-and-D guy off the bench for this team. But the third quarter really felt like Moody and Kuminga's quarter. Kuminga really went off in the third quarter, but the two timeline players showed up when they needed it. Gotta give them their credit. Post, even in his 13 minutes, I thought he played good off the bench, like more defensive impact than normal. So even he had 4 rebounds and played some good defense. Like Kuminga, he went off in quarter 3 against the Lakers, and he was really going both ends in quarter 3 tonight. So give him his credit. Where it's deserved. I'm not going to say getting that trade value up, because if he continues to keep this up, I'm not sure if we'll want to trade him. But, I mean, wasn't good to start the game, you know. They started off good, 25-15, but then 37-36 in a blink of an eye. But the defense really settled in after that. They really settled in the second quarter. They only gave up 24 points there, and then they took a lead into halftime. The good news was they held up better in Q2, allowing just 24 points after 37 in the first. And then Will Richard picked John Morant's pocket. He really does have the most potential out of every player in the Warriors' rotation right now to be their best, POA, point of attack defender. And give a compliment to the rookie right there. Melton will be really good defensive addition when he returns. And Butler, it felt like he didn't know much scoring-wise because he'd taken 6 shots, but you look up and he had 16 points at halftime. So there's that. Yeah, let's go over the other stats. He obviously had Kuminga 25, 4, and 10 Pods, 23, 6, and 4, and Moody with 20 points. Butler 20 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds for Jimmy. Solid game from Jimmy Butler tonight. He only took 6 shots in the first half, and then obviously you look up and he has 16 points at halftime. He shooting tonight. He was 6 of 8, but 2 for 2 from 3. Both of his 3-pointers he took made them. He doesn't shoot threes a lot, but he'll make them whenever he shoots them. Feels like. Curry 16 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. He didn't take many shots tonight. He only took 11 shots, I believe. Shots. But yeah, he was, what was he tonight? 5 for 11, 4 of 9 from 3. So yeah, he didn't take many shots tonight, but he was 4 of 9 from 3. It was really the story tonight was the young guys that the Warriors have drafted. Draymond, 7 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds. He had 6 assists in the first quarter. Draymond's the funniest player ever, man. Not if he's not on your team, but every time Draymond is funny. He got called for a flagrant. I don't think it was it was only flagrant because it's Draymond. It looked like a dumb foul, but Santi Aldama wasn't hurt, acting like his neck's hurt. But he didn't even grab you by the neck. Stop. And then he misses both free throws, and Draymond's dancing. He's diabolical, man. Nobody will ever make me laugh like Draymond does at times. He's frustrating at times, trust me. But he's definitely frustrating to watch. He screamed that soft as fuck. Told him Jaren Jackson shut up and misses both free throws. Oh, man. Lil Bro, Jaren Jackson. Post 2 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. TJD 2 points. Guy Santos 3 points. He had a 3-pointer. Draymond had 17 and 4. GP2 with 4 points. Buddy Hield 5 points. Will Richards 4 points and 2 rebounds. He had a nice steal on John Morant. But yeah, good team overall effort by the Warriors. They improved to 3-1. Grizzlies dropped to 2-2. Their lead scorer tonight, John Morant, 23 points, 9 assists by John tonight. You know, he had a good game, I thought, nearly a double-double. Jock Landale, 17 points, 6 rebounds. Jaren Jackson, 16 points, 7 rebounds by Jaren Jackson. I mean, he had an okay game tonight. Nothing spectacular, really. It's kind of just Jaren Jackson. And they pay all that money for him, too. Wales with 10 points. Cedric Coward, 9 points. KCP, 7 points. Conchard, 3 points. Aldama, 14 points, 6 rebounds. And Small, 4 points and 4 assists. And Prosper with 4 points. So let's go quarter by quarter. The Warriors, through all their quarters, 36 in the first, 29 in the second, 36 in the third, 30 in the fourth for the Grizzlies. 37 in the first, 24 in the second, 24 in the third, and 33 in the fourth. Most of those, because some of those were in garbage time. But the Warriors' defense was excellent. After that first quarter, they really locked in defensively. Let's go over the team stats. So yeah, team stats here. Warriors shot 53 from the field, 44 from 3, made 19 of their 43 attempts, 80 from the line, 39 rebounds, 7 offensive, 32 defensive, 36 assists, 5 blocks, 7 steals, 16 turnovers. 48 points in the paint, 24 fouls for the Grizzlies, 45 from the field, 30 from 3. Warriors done a much better job at the 3-point line tonight, 30%. 92 from the line, 39 boards, 7 offensive, 32 defensive, so both teams tied in rebounds. 32 assists, 3 blocks, 8 steals, 13 turnovers, 48 points in the paint, and 20 personal fouls. So good 131, 118 win. Obviously, I know the Grizzlies aren't healthy. Like, they have some injuries, like guys like Zach Edey and some more guys out. But yeah, good win for the Warriors at home. You know, had a really good start, but then the Grizzlies lead after the first quarter. But the Warriors have a back-to-back, technically today, since it's now Tuesday. They play the Clippers at home in a back-to-back. So we'll see how the Warriors respond. Their first back-to-back didn't go too well, so we'll see how this one goes against the Clippers. But as for tonight's game, a really good game. Offensively, defensively, as the game went along, they got a lot better. So yeah, a good 3-1 start to the year. We'll see what happens in the second game versus the Clippers. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace, and have a good night.